partly to mostly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 75. Thursday night, showers later at night. Low 69. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Extreme lake effect snow. It's an epic and deadly event. Mountains of snow leaving hundreds stranded across western New York State.
Cars everywhere, even police officers off in ditches.
But through the whiteout conditions tonight, heroes are bravely emerging. It's a Weather Channel special report, America's Deep Freeze. And we are glad you're with us tonight. I'm Sam Champion with Storm Tracker Jim Cantore right here in the lab. There are now 7 deaths reported in western New York State from this snow event. Miles and miles of major roads and interstates, Jim, are still closed tonight. And we're getting ready for what? Round 2 of this lake effect
Round 2
blast.
could be 2-3 feet of snow in spots. It just depends on if that band is going to set up exactly over the same area. But when we look at these totals, they are mind-boggling, especially when you consider what is the national record for snowfall in 24 hours, Sam, of about 75 inches. These closed in on that. We got close, and we may actually break it.
Never before in this country have we had more than 79, what is it, inches of snow in 24 hours?
Yeah,
I think
77
it's like
at Montague.
Yeah, I think so. So never before. So we'll find out when they actually start measuring all that. But we've got our teams out in the snow to bring you everything that's happening tonight. And let's get right to them. Stephanie Abrams is in Hamburg. Mike Seidel is in Cheektowaga.
Nice, you nailed it.
How did I do it? All right. And then Reagan Medji is in Aurora. Stephanie, let's get right to you this evening. Big difference tonight from where we were last night and every time I've seen you on the air. Number one, you're not being blown over by the wind and the snow, but we've got the next round coming. So give us a scene setter tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, just wait for it. It's one of those things like, wait for it, because it will look like it did earlier, just in a matter of hours. Guys, we came out here to do our live shots. We thought, where are we going to do it? And I looked at the boys and I said, is there a car under there? And everyone kind of laughed, you know. It's like, I don't know. Is it just a mound of snow or a car? And so I was like, oh, let me stick my hand in there. And I did this, and it reminded me of on the Price is Right, you know, that game show where you stick your hand and you grab the cards. It's some game, I don't know. So I stuck it in, and sure enough, I touched a car. Too bad it's not like the Price is Right and you actually win it, right? So we still have plenty of people that are buried out here. And the next problem now, Sam and Cantore, is what do we do with all this snow? It's like, could we get Scotty to beam it all the way to California to help with the drought? That's what I really wish we could do, but that's a big problem, especially with those warmer temperatures headed our way. The 40s, 50s is going to melt a lot of this.
Yeah, that and also the rain, Steph, so we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Let's get everyone through this next band when we could pick up an additional 1 to 2 feet, Jim, in many locations.
Yeah, and you know what? Mike Seidel's going to tell us about that, too, because he's in another area which has gotten absolutely hammered. Mike, you're in Cheektowaga for us tonight. Let's talk about that. We'll just kind of fade Stephanie out and bring Mike in. And he looks like he's on either live view or Skype, given the way this is looking. But, Mike, the biggest concern is the weight load on those roofs, isn't it, with this next round?
That and the fact that we're going to warm up and get rain by Sunday and Monday, that is really going to add weight to the roofs. We went to Lancaster late this afternoon. It's only about a 5-mile drive from here. 8 inches officially across the street at the airport. Lancaster's had 63 inches. Take a look at what it looked like there. Downtown Lancaster, you can't even barely see the street signs going up that high. Storefronts blocked by the snow and the drifting snow. They have dug out and plowed most of the streets, but not all of them. But we met a lot of very nice folks there walking up and down the street with pizzas and just saying hi to everybody. And one girl we talked about how she tried, eventually she did, to get out of their house.
It was hard to get out of the door. The door was covered with snow. We weren't able to shove it out because it was taller than us, but eventually my dad was able to force the door open and push some of the snow away from the door, so we were able to shovel our way through.
Wow. There was so much snow over there. I was here in Christmas week of '01, just down the street here. We had 7 feet, 82 inches in 4 days. Now, keep in mind, guys, this fell in 1 day or a day and a half. So this is truly amazing. As far as the airport goes, they canceled just over 80 flights today, arrivals and departures. That's about half of their schedule. So far for tomorrow, Thursday, they've canceled, the airlines via FlightAware have canceled a dozen flights. That will likely go up. As Jim, as you mentioned, this band is going to come through here late tonight and early in the morning and then drift south. So once again, don't think up here in this part of Cheektowaga, we're going to get the bonus snows, but certainly south of here, they will do better than us. But about a foot here at the airport, just across the street at the Weather Service, officially they've had about 8 inches of snow.
Mike and
guys,
Sam,
we're going to keep, we're going to, go ahead.
I just
got
got one thing for you. You've only had today, really, daylight hours and a little bit of the evening hours. If you're at home right now or if you were stranded in your car, to get out of this snow and get the snow out of the way. How successful have you seen that people have been? Has there been a lot of good clearing going on, or really and truly is it just 1 or 2 paths and everything else is buried in snow?
Well, I have to tell you, in Lancaster, where they had the 63 inches, the second highest total, just about all the streets in that town have been cleared. There are some streets, and we'll talk to a couple girls who at 6:30 Eastern, whose street was not cleared. But we also found folks that are still snow blowing and digging out. They've been doing that for 2 days, and they're just keeping at it. And now they're concerned about how much more snow will fall later tonight and tomorrow. And then they also brought up the fact that it's going to get so warm and it's going to rain next week. They're just wondering how that's all going to shake out. So there's a lot of concerns here in the next several days and even into early next week here in western New York State.
And so we'll break it down for everybody and what to expect out of this moment by moment. Let's get over to Jim right now. And Jim, the point is we start with snow and then we'll go to warmer temperatures. Then we'll bring some rain up.
It's weight on the roofs, and that's why people are trying to get that done. Sam, speaking of weight on the roofs, this is the picture that I think just pretty much is the iconic shot of what happened in Buffalo.
Oh, are you going to show the car?
Here's the car. I mean, look at this cake of snow just sitting on top of this car here. I mean, that's got to be, what, 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet?
This is where you get the difference in Cantore and Champion right now, because I saw the picture when you first showed it to me, and I'm like, woohoo, look, I got the wheels out, so let nature take care of the rest. You saw it, and the first thing you were thinking is that that snow could actually blow off the top and injure someone behind.
Well, and it will. I mean, once you get the force of the wind on this, it'll just shove it right back.
Yeah.
And the problem is if you blind somebody, cause an accident behind you, or if there's a slab of ice on there, or you cause damage to another person's car, you're liable.
Right.
You're liable to that. So get the boys, buy them a six-pack or whatever.
Just push the guys together.
Thing.
We could have just rocked
just
it.
Push
and
the whole,
right
push the snow off the top. But that is just an iconic image of Buffalo. We are, of course, expecting more snow to come on as we go on in time. All right. So let's go ahead and move ahead here. For some reason, it won't move here, Sean. There we go. On Max. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so we're looking at, again, the snow. This is what we call the large-scale snow. This is the trough that's coming in to set up the lake effect.
Okay.
So it's producing generally light snow. Winds are out of the south, southeast.
That's why it feels like a shutdown right now.
Yeah, pretty much. And we're going to have more, certainly, of this before timing's up. We ran out of time this block, but what I'm going to do is kind of set up the timing of this next hour, or next block, I should say. I think some of this really getting heavy about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Stay with us. We'll walk you through the next few hours first.
This is Bob. Bob's on a first date, so he's not thinking about where to buy his next set of tires. But if he were, all he'd need to know is TireRack.com. He could view the complete selection of Continental tires at TireRack.com. Then he'd have the confidence to drive safely in any weather. But Bob's not thinking about tires. Bob's thinking, should I tell her about that thing in her teeth? TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install.
Daddy, this is Blair. He booked this room with Priceline Express deals and saved a ton.
I got everything I wanted. I always do. You seem nice.
This week on the Weather Channel Mornings, with winter weather in full effect, relentless cold has settled in across most of the nation. When will it let up, and how will it affect your travel? And we reveal the top 5 airports with the most weather delays. Is yours on the list? Find out. Wake Up with Al and AMHQ this week on the Weather Channel Mornings.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now, we're tracking relentless cold and snow affecting tens of millions, and another major event is on the way. We'll be here all day and night with the latest on the Weather Channel.
Apples are good, as Strongbow Hard Cider better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse, the bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on it. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Thanks, Melinda.
I have blah blah insurance, so person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. Dad, look who it is.
I see who it is.
6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
You're not helping.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you anytime, anywhere, anyway. That's getting to a better state.
Now?
This year, Walmart's Black Friday is 10 days of savings.
Now?
Oh, hold on. The savings will be bigger and better than ever before. Okay, go ahead.
Black Friday is back, and it's going to be huge. Get ready to win it at Walmart.com.
It's just not the holidays until the lights come on. So stop by your neighborhood Ace for select lights on sale for $5.99 and $17.99. Make Ace your holiday connection.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Yo. Crazy, yo. Ah! My house.
Yeah. I don't know whether he likes it or he doesn't like it. I can't tell. I don't know if he's impressed. I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what, I'm impressed when you see houses that are practically covered, snow blowing through the front door. To me, these are impressive totals.
We have seen, actually, the videos, and that's where it gets good. All right, we just had lost him. He was chest high in the snow. And some of the pictures that came out of Lackawanna and Cheektowaga, we saw, literally the entire house was encased in snow. So the race is on now to try and get these roofs, especially the flat roofs, the snow off the roofs, because you're talking about adding a tremendous amount of weight.
A lot of people don't think there are flat roofs in that part of the state. There are lots of them.
Well, you've got the house, and then you've got the porch. And that's usually semi-flat.
And you'll see them, and you'll see them, and that's going to be stacking up. Let's get them caught up with the additional snow right now.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So here comes the disturbance. It's rolling again off to the southeast. So out ahead of this, a lot of rising air motion, or as we call it in the biz, ascent. And that ascent is leading to our kind of large-scale snow that's going on in the area and through here. And you can see that across in the area. So this is not lake effect. All right, there's a little lake effect here that's starting, but that's on the backside.
Yeah, but you're not seeing it. It's easy to see that, Jim. Even when you point it out, I can tell. There's a little moisture moving across the lakes, but you're not getting that banding.
You can see the banding.
You can see clear spots across the lake, and you can,
This is all synoptic scale. Either way, it's snow. You can see the winds are out of the south-southeast in Buffalo. So again, for those that are trying to remove snow, unfortunately, have this now to add onto it before the main event.
But it's not as much, certainly, right now.
It isn't as much. So let's talk about when does the main event get here. So here we go through the night tonight. Here comes the front. Notice the south-southeast winds are gone.
Yep.
Now we're west again. Now we've established the fetch over the lake. The bands will, as a matter of fact, even this, you can see the model is trying to develop a band here. Interestingly enough, though, it may actually start out to the north of Buffalo and then move down to the south shortly or around midnight. All right, so we'll see how this model verifies. But here we go. Boom, we're getting hammered right in that same spot. Look at that. There's noontime tomorrow, hammered. This banding should spray a little bit more. So we're going to kind of go in and out of the banding a little bit just because of the way that the upper level wind flow is going to be. Okay. And then eventually, but the problem is there's so much moisture and the instability is roughly the same thing. So we're going to wind up with another 2 feet right over the same areas.
Now, about how many hours do we think this is going to run? So you've started this midnight, a little bit north of Buffalo. You're going to drag it down here a little bit. So about how many hours are we with this snow?
I think the worst impacts are 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
All right.
4 a.m. tomorrow to 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
You know, last night we were talking to Trooper Victor Morales with the New York State Patrol. Trooper Morales, if you're with us tonight, I want to talk to you now, and maybe we'll hold you through the break as well, because I want to get caught up, first of all. If we know that today was the day to try to get as much as we can done, what can you tell us about who is on the roads right now? Are folks still stuck? Let's start with that one, then we'll talk about closures.
We were able to reach all of the civilian vehicles and get all the people out of the vehicles. We have cleared one side, one lane on the eastbound lane. And right now we're trying to remove all of the commercial vehicles and remaining passenger vehicles that are out there.
Trooper Morales, you know, we know that as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, all those occupants have been removed out of their vehicles. But what about the commercial vehicles that are out there? We know that, you know, the big trucks have cabs. They can stay in those. The diesel fuel can keep them running for a while. Are you just going to essentially just clear the roads and hopefully open that up? Or are those folks going to have to ride out round 2?
No, we've checked with all of the drivers. We made sure that they were all set and okay. And we do have them with the vehicle so that they can drive them off as soon as we can clear the area for them to drive off.
Will that be done by the time the second round moves in?
That's what we're hoping. We're hoping to have this all done. Of course, we're watching very tentatively on this storm to see exactly what it's going to do.
Thank you, Trooper Morales. We appreciate the update. We will check back with you there. So time is of the essence here.
We'll be right back.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready app and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
Each year, 17 billion toilet paper tubes are thrown away in the U.S. alone. That's enough to fill the Empire State Building. Twice. Now there's Scott Naturals tube-free bath tissue. Get the premium softness you need without the wasteful tube. Toss the tube for good with Scott Naturals tube-free.
Maybe you didn't know, people with the flu can spread it up to 6 feet away. Or that flu can make chronic conditions worse. Maybe you didn't know any of the stuff your Rite Aid pharmacist knows. But now that you've gotten your flu shot at Rite Aid, maybe you don't need to.
This is Conley, Cameron, Zach, and Clementine.
We have a serious hairball issue.
We clean it up and turn around, and there it is again. It's scary. A little bit in my eye.
Underneath the kitchen table, underneath my work desk, we've got enough to knit a sweater. Zach, what is that? Oh, the Swiffer sweeper.
It's like the Swiffer dusters. It's some sort of magic cloth that sucks in all the dog hair.
It's quick and easy. Pretty amazing that I picked it all up. I would totally take on another dog.
Really?
Black Friday deals are here early, which means it's time to start saving on tools and gifts at Lowe's. Hurry in now for $100 off this Cobalt Mechanics tool set and $150 off this DeWalt NiCad combo kit. Don't miss out on the year's best deals at Lowe's.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
Used to people have my kids loving vegetables.
Well, vegetables taste better in our savory broth. Vegetables?
No, soup.
Oh, soup.
Loaded with vegetables, packed with taste.
This week on the Weather Channel Mornings, with winter weather in full effect, relentless cold has settled in across most of the nation. When will it let up, and how will it affect your travel? And we reveal the...
Want to watch all your live TV channels on any device in your home?
With Xfinity, every channel that's on your TV is on your tablet, anywhere in your house.
Oh my gosh.
You can do this on your phone also. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on a tablet. You can watch all your live TV on any mobile device.
Ooh, that's exciting.
You wouldn't have to argue ever again.
That is a great idea.
With live TV on every device in your home, everyone gets to watch what they want. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play today and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
When you do business with Vince Morales Professional, you walk away with a friend.
Not only did Vince work harder than we expected, we had a great time.
What was really surprising is that Vince goes above and beyond what's expected of him as a realtor.
I'm Vince Marotta. Some realtors are looking for a quick sale. I'm looking to forge a lasting business relationship. Your journey begins at MarottaRealty.com.
They would take better care of her. Always.
Protect what matters. Get flood insurance.
Right now, we're tracking relentless cold and snow affecting tens of millions, and another major event is on the way. We'll be here all day and night with the latest on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Are you kidding me? 37 inches of snow.
It was completely clear. As soon as I came around the bend, just a wall of white.
I've lived in Buffalo my whole life, and I've never seen it like that. It was scary.
38.4% of the country have snow, but roughly about 2 or 3% of the country has snow like that. Joining us again on the phone right now is Trooper Victor Morales from the New York State Patrol. And we've been talking a little bit about road conditions, but Trooper Morales, this is something I want to get ahead of because folks in their homes, we've had a lot of people who just didn't get out today and they weren't able to clear their drive. They weren't able to get the snow off the roof. We know more snow's coming. We know warmer temperatures. We're also forecasting a little bit of rain. All of that is trouble. So the governor says in his press conference that 863 plows, 81 front end loaders, 25 large snow blowers, and about 1,700 operators are all moving into that area. So Trooper Morales, if I'm at home and I have not been able to get out and clean the house and I need help, what do I do to ensure that somebody will come help me?
Well, if you definitely need help, you should call 911 so we can get an exact location where you are and ascertain what your needs are.
And are you guys I know you'll help them if they have medical emergencies or if they have an emergency, but are you guys also acting as the clearing point on if they need help getting out the front door and if they've got to get out of their homes, getting them some of these resources, or who is doing that for them today?
Well, obviously that's up to the individuals and hopefully their neighbors to help them get out. If it's an emergency, yes, we'll make sure we can help them get out of their living quarters.
All right, but are you hoping that they'll call a non-emergency number? I'm just trying to get, because I just want everybody to know how to get this done. And so if you want them not to call a non-emergency number, let's tell them that. If you want them to call their local officials, let's tell them that. I mean, I think we all would love for neighbors to come next door and help, and I know there's a lot of great people in Buffalo, but it's not going to help everybody every time. So I'm just trying to figure out, if you've got 4 feet of snow on top of your roof and blocking your door, that's an emergency. Am I calling you, sir?
Well, you could call 911 or you could call your local municipality to find out if there is a phone number in your area for someone to come and assist you. Possibly your fire department may also have that information.
Okay.
Trooper Morales, we were talking before the break, and we appreciate you coming back with us. In terms of getting the roads cleared, how many miles of road would you estimate still need to be cleared?
Well, the thruway itself is 143 miles. A lot of that is already cleared out. However, there's hundreds of miles of side roads and main roads throughout the townships that are being affected. And it's very difficult to try to get all of those roads cleared, especially some of the secondary roads leading into some of the housing developments.
So is the thing to do to kind of pull back, let this next storm come in, and then go attack it again?
Well, not pull back at this time. We want to try to make sure that we continue our clearing efforts, continue to get everybody out there. so that we can try to clear it as much as we possibly can. And obviously with the impending storm, we want to make sure that we're ready for it. But it's a lot easier to clear it a second time than it would be the first time. If it hadn't
second pass is easier than first pass. All right, Trooper Morales, thank you very much. Someone who is on the roads right now, one of the people who's been driving around, our Reagan Medji with the crew. So it's good to find out with her what roads are looking like this evening. Reagan, I can't believe it. It's been like steady, steady, steady and straight for you. But what are the roads like?
Okay, so we have seen the progression of the roads. Last night we were in the downtown area of East Aurora, and the snow was just starting to come on. So today we decided, let's go through the back roads a little bit. Let's take a look at the live dash cam. This is one of the back roads in the neighborhoods of East Aurora. We're kind of going through uncharted territory, but we do have an SUV, and the reason we're doing this is to tell you what the roads look like and really to tell you why you should stay off of them. As you see, just there's, bumpers of mountains and mounds of snow on either side, and this is the reason, as you see, it's kind of slippery as well, why the state police and all the law enforcement say just stay off the road. They need to get the plows down the road. We were in several areas today. In East Aurora, we had 36 inches total. Elma, 51 inches. Now, Elma and also in Lancaster, there were roads that were not even plowed. So that's what we're looking at. We have some roads that are plowed. Let's look at the dash cam again. We have other roads that are not plowed. So if you're going to be heading out, that's only for an emergency purpose only, not for just to kind of goosey gander and look at everything. Guys, back to you.
All right, Reagan, stay with us because some of the images that you were showing earlier today where those highways, those interstates look like graveyards for tractor trailer trucks. We want to talk about what the likelihood of getting those guys out and on the roads tonight as well. So when we come back, we'll get everyone caught up, Jim will, with the temperatures that are moving through the country in the next 24 hours.
Breaking wind and average fleece. Breaking wind and Duluth trading Shoreman's fleece. Duluth trading Shoreman's fleece. 3 gust-busting layers. 1 beefed-up fleece. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Apples are good. A Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Seatbelts, headrests, and airbags help you survive a crash. But if you upgrade your headlights, you may even avoid one. See farther, wider, better. Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
At CVS Health, we took a deep breath and made the decision to quit selling cigarettes in our CVS pharmacies. Now we invite smokers to quit too with our comprehensive program. We just want to help everyone, everywhere, breathe a little easier. Introducing CVS Health, because health is everything.
When he first joined the Army, I was very nervous.
We didn't know what they would have him doing. But Bobby always had a plan.
With unmatched training in over 150 careers beyond the battlefield, there are over 150 surprising ways to become Army strong. Talk to your son or daughter about opportunities in the Army.
Dear Murphy, thanks for being a warm pillow, a snuggler, and showing me that slobber just adds character.
This holiday season, give thanks to the pets who inspire you. For this week only at PetSmart, save 40% on over 1,000 items. PetSmart.
And so you can see, you're like right here, I can just, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico, anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
The Weather Channel's hit show Prospectors is back for a 3rd season, and we're celebrating with a Prospectors giveaway.
Oh, my God.
Enter now at weather.com/prospectors for your chance to win $5,000 in precious gems, plus another $5,000 in cash. Prospectors Season 3 premieres Sunday, December 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now, we're tracking relentless cold and snow affecting tens of millions, and another major event is on the way. We'll be here all day and night with the latest on the Weather Channel.
Extreme lake effect snow. It's an epic and deadly event. Mountains of snow leaving hundreds stranded across western New York State.
Cars everywhere, even police officers off in ditches.
But through the whiteout conditions tonight, heroes are bravely emerging. It's a Weather Channel special report, America's Deep Freeze.
Hello, glad you're with us. Jim Cantore, Sam Champion with us. We're talking about round 2 of this snow. The governor just had a press conference, New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo, not long ago. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz. Listen to what he said, Jim. He said that Erie County can't remember this much snow in this short of a period of time.
The United States record for snowfall in 24 hours is 76 inches. We got awfully close to that in about 30 hours. As a matter of fact, we may have exceeded that in some spots. Last night, Sam, it was awesome because at 8 o'clock, we stopped getting observations from all the spotters out there.
It's
till
crazy.
10 a.m. this morning. And the thinking is that they just couldn't get out of their homes to go measure the snow.
Right.
So, you know, I don't think that we've seen the highest snow with this event yet listed from the National Weather Service.
And we haven't even gotten all the measuring in yet, so it may take a little time.
And we have another round coming in.
We've got live crews out as well right now. And let's get caught up with Mike Seidel. Mike's in Cheektowaga. Oh, by the way, we should also say that Stephanie Abrams is in Hamburg right now. Reagan Medji is still on the roads, kind of gauging all that for us. And so throughout the hour, we'll hit all of them so you can see what's going on live with the pictures that, of course, only the Weather Channel can deliver. Let's get caught up this evening with Mike Seidel. And Mike, been out there a long time, and I know you were out there talking to people as well who would echo the fact that this has been difficult to get around and get through.
Certainly everybody is saying that, especially as you go a few miles south of here and you get into the meat of the snow. It's much like a summertime thunderstorm. You call your neighbor, they had an inch of rain, you didn't get a drop, you're like, hey, it's the haves and have-nots. We went 5 miles down the road and take a look at Lancaster where they were digging out. This is about 4 o'clock this afternoon. These guys digging and plowing and snow blowing. They've been doing this since yesterday. Now they're concerned about round 2 and also concerned about the rain and that weight on the roofs. We also found 2 great sisters, the Rickard sisters, and these girls have got to have the best attitude of anybody we've talked to during this event. Take a listen.
Buffalo. Yeah, it looks like Lancaster, New York got hit pretty bad. We've got about 5.5 feet down here, and our street's always the last one to get plowed, so we walked actually to one of the food markets here, and they were out of food. So we went to a gas station, got Slim Jim's Pop-Tarts, and then walked to Ronnie's Pizza, and this will be our dinner tonight and our breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, just getting down here alone, you can see the path is 5 feet of trucking through snow, but honestly, it's an experience, and we just get through it as best we can.
Yeah, it's the city of good neighbors. We've met some great people down there, and they all help each other out.
It's exciting.
Slim Jim's, Pop-Tarts, and pizza. Sam and Jim, I tell you what, maybe not the breakfast of champions, but there you go.
So I know this begs the question. You got to tell everybody, did you break your golden rule and have a piece of pizza?
What happened?
I've yet to have a piece of pizza. in almost 59 years. No, I didn't have
he still didn't go there. You're an amazing man, Mike Seidel.
All right, Mike. We're going to stay up with you throughout the night tonight. One of the things that we want to talk about a little bit later is the difference between city environments and outside those city environments, what the roads are looking like, how good they are. Stephanie is in Hamburg right now, and we've been watching since yesterday morning all the way through. Stephanie, and the amount of snow that you've got. Your totals are astounding. Like, I can't even see the window behind you. I can just see that there is a building of some kind.
Yeah, and you guys, one of the things that I was, concerned about now with the snow is I want you to look up at the roofs here, and you see these huge slabs of snow that are just hanging over the edge. Yeah. I'm concerned about those falling, A, with more snow getting put on top, and then with our temperatures warming as well. Of course, we had the Bills are playing in the next couple of days, and our temperatures are going up into that around 40-degree range. So we have a couple of those concerns and some melting as well. The good news is, I think it was last year, Cantor, your memory could be better than mine at this point. I'm sure everyone's memory is better than mine. Last October, they had a really early snowstorm that took out a bunch of power. This year, they don't have the leaves on the trees. It's early, but at least it's not too early where it took out power. Was that last October or the October before?
You're talking about Buffalo, Abrams? You talking about Buffalo?
Yeah.
That was 2007, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay, a few years back.
Yeah,
but why that total, Cam, and you were talking about, what city and state was that in? Because I have a thought about that.
Silver Lake, Colorado, 1921, 76 inches in 24 hours.
Okay. So think about this. This is Silver Lake, Colorado. There's a lot of elevation. I don't know what the elevation is exactly. So this makes this, I feel like, definitely beating that record because of our elevation versus their elevation and the amount of snow that we got.
Yeah, if you change the snow based on elevation, you would have gotten a lot more out of this hit than they got.
What I would say about this is, given the population density, this was much more crippling.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what's going to happen after here with this 2 feet. Stephanie just talked about the roof loading, as did Mike, and you've got roads that haven't been cleared yet, and I don't really know if they're going to get to all these roads, Sam, to be honest with you. That's the issue, Steph. We got another 2 feet coming, potentially where you're standing.
The silver lining. Yeah, the silver lining, I actually meditated this afternoon before I came out here to stay positive and get good energy, because this stuff can wear on you, you know, not just me, but all the residents. And one positive note, because I'd really like to end on a positive note, is the ski resorts are opening a week early. Now, getting there is going to be tough, but at least that we know you're going to have good snow and you'll have something to enjoy once the worst of this passes.
Or will you ever?
Yeah.
They may have the best conditions in the country.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that they do. There's just no one that can get to them. And the other thing Stephanie was showing you, this reminds me of setting up the whole thing about an avalanche, Jim. When you've got that crusty snow sitting on top of the roof, you're going to get another 1 or 2 feet of snow. What happens is you've got that icy coating on top of the snow. The other snow can't really make a home, can't stay stuck on that.
So what's happened?
It slides right off.
So what happens here is we've had wind behind this event and colder temperatures. So that's created a slab on top. Now this new layer comes on, and that slab is very slick. The snow on top is going to start and then potentially create the whole avalanche here. Some of these roofs are going to start to see snow come off there.
And as Stephanie just showed us, Stephanie, you've got those overhangs that you were showing us are on buildings everywhere. I've seen pictures today. I mean, it's not just one building. It's almost everywhere.
Actually, do we have that house picture?
Sam.
Yeah, go ahead,
Well,
Steph.
Cantor, I was going to do my avalanche explainer real quick again while you guys try to find that picture. Sam, yesterday, Cantor and I were talking a little later in the evening, and I was showing how an avalanche happens, and you can see the wind direction has blown all the snow onto this side of the car, and you can see this kind of hanging over. It's a little better back here, actually. You have a better hangover. All you need is a little extra weight, a little more wind, and then this whole thing just comes crashing down, and there you have an avalanche.
Like there you go.
I forgot my gloves.
Like
that wasn't the smartest thing.
It'll wake you up, Steffi. It'll wake you up. All right, thanks, Tom. Hey, let's talk about this.
I'm ready now, guys. Let's get this started.
This, to me, Sam, is a classic example of what we're talking about. This is a tremendous load, all right? Just doing some quick measurements here, you could have 4,800, 5,000 pounds of snow sitting on that roof. We add another 2 feet, then we start to warm up the temperatures. We get maybe a ½ to an inch of rain. There's a flat roof. They're going to take the most weight. If you've got an angle, they're going to be distributing the weight downstream. So a flat roof is certainly a worst case scenario here.
I love that picture. I want to actually go down that picture again with you at some point during the hour and talk about where the stress points are on that roof.
So a little bit of rain Saturday should be insignificant, but here we go. Sunday, 48 degrees. We melt, we compact the snow. Monday, potentially a ½ inch to an inch of rain in through here on Monday. So that's going to add additional weight. You know, a cubic block of water weighs about 60 pounds. 60 pounds.
I'm not
sure
what's
there may be 3 to 5 inches of water in the current snowpack.
And then you get another one. We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
There was a credit card where the reward was that new car smell and the freedom of the open road. A card that gave you that I'm 16 and just got my first car feeling. Presenting the Buy Power card from Capital One. Redeem earnings toward part or even all of a new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac with no limits. So every time you use it, you're not just shopping for goods. You're shopping for something great. Learn more at buypowercard.com.
I will embrace change. Everything life throws my way. Except for frown lines. Those I'm throwing back.
Olay Total Effects. Nourishing vitamins and 7 beautiful benefits in one for younger looking skin. So while your life may be ever changing, your beautiful skin will stay beautiful. Total Effects from Olay. Your best beautiful.
From restoring damage in just one room to an entire building, turn to the cleanup team that's here in your community and here to help at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
It's just not the holidays until the lights come on. So stop by your neighborhood Ace for select lights on sale for $5.99 and $17.99. Make Ace your holiday connection.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Pep Boys, we've got big holiday deals going on right now. Like a Torrent 2-ton jack for only $10, or an electric razor scooter for just $99. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
Now?
This year, Walmart's Black Friday is 10 days of savings.
Now?
Oh, hold on. The savings will be bigger and better than ever before. Okay, go ahead.
Black Friday is back, and it's going to be huge. Get ready to win it at Walmart.com.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Last winter, it was so cold.
We were not prepared.
So this year, we went to Burlington. Burlington's got every kind of coat you can imagine at really great prices. It's a lot of bang for our buck.
Freezing cold winter? Bring it on.
Apples are good. As Strongbow Hard Cider, better.
but Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Hershey's Miniatures. Choosing is half the fun. Because there's a little something delicious for everyone. Hershey's Miniatures. Choose your own delicious.
America's Deep Freeze, we're tracking tonight the next round of lake effect snow. What you're looking at right now, Niagara Falls, New York, this is round 1. Take a look at the snow on top of the houses in this area. Homes, businesses, cars, buried under this much snow. We've been focusing a lot on roads, but look at this. Imagine looking out your window and not seeing anything but white. Imagining the door. You can't budge the door because the snow's up against it. And if you're lucky enough to have someone dig you out, look at the driveway, and Jim's pointing out the roof. Look at how much snow. It almost reaches the chimney there and the second floor on the flat part of the roof. Cars are just humps and mounds of snow, but in many neighborhoods, so are the sides of the homes. And there's just as much snow sitting on top of the house as there is in the front. So Jim Cantore, we go round 2 tonight. We add another foot to 2 feet of the snow that's sitting there on top of the roof. Then we'll warm those temperatures up, and as we do, we'll bring some rain in. Snow, we all know, acts a little like a sponge, so now the weight on the roof just exponentially gets heavier. We got to talk about it.
Just taking this from square one, where are we at right now, is incredible. And then going into time with another 2 feet of snow, maybe a half inch to inch of rain, holy smokes. This is going to be a huge problem potentially for areas. Now, you saw that first picture. You showed a flat roof. Let's use a flat roof example. Talk about snow load. A cubic foot of water weighs 60 pounds. Yeah, a block. Think about a block like that. 3 inches of water is what they're estimating the snow liquid ratio to be here. So 3 inches out of that 6 feet of snow. I think it's more like 3 to 5 inches. Okay. To be honest with you.
So you're saying that's what's on the roof
I'm saying
right
it's
now.
higher. Yeah. I'm saying it's higher. 3 inches of water weighs 15 pounds a square foot. So let's take a roof, 16 feet by 20 feet. That's 322 square feet. 320 square feet times 15 pounds per square foot, which is the 3 inches of water weight. You wind up with 4,800 pounds of weight.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
By the way, Sam, an F-150 truck weighs about that.
That's not a bad truck. It looks like a little like a caboose, but it's not a bad truck.
Dude, don't ask me to draw anything ever again. Ever again. That's my rendition of a truck. You want me to draw some wheels on there?
No, I think you did a great job.
Just leave it as
but it makes a point. The point is, if you took your pickup truck and set it on top of your roof, do you think your roof could take it?
Right, and that's what we're dealing with in through here. So now we add potentially another 1 to 3 inches of liquid on top of that. Yeah. All right, and then potentially another half inch to inch liquid in the rain.
So are you saying
all of this gets added up?
Are you saying we're almost doubling that by the time we put the rain on it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. By the time we get done with Monday, we could double some of these loads on top of some of these roofs. You're talking about 9,600 pounds. So that's 2 trucks. All right, times 2.
Yeah, I can't even believe that there's a roof in the area that's built to stand that. That's built to take
Let's talk about what's going to be happening with the weather pattern, because it is going to change as we go on in time. The Arctic air that we're seeing through here, Sean, you're going to have to run this for me. Talking about this big pool of Arctic air, it will begin to lift out. Thank goodness. We had incredible record lows, 100-year-old plus record lows.
Almost 400 of them, 300 and something record lows since Sunday.
Yeah, that's the low and the record low max in the area. So here's the warm weather by Sunday. The big trough kind of pretty much comes in here and lifts out. Thank goodness it does that. And once it lifts out, that'll allow this warm air to build to the north. But unfortunately, warm air means warmer temperatures and this time rain. Yeah. So what Buffalo needs is dry weather and maybe a gradual warm-up going on to melt some of that snow, let it run off, and not get any more precipitation. So the worst thing that can happen is get the snow tonight. 39 degrees as we go to Saturday, 41 in Erie. This is, maybe a 15th of an inch, not much rain at all, but still, it's weight. It's a part of the big total, right? Yeah. 48 on Sunday, so we're warming up. We're not really getting rid of the snow. We're melting it. Yeah. So we're not. So the net loss is really zero. We're not losing any of the weight that's there. But on Monday, here comes a very wet system out of the Gulf of Mexico, which may produce severe weather, by the way, Saturday and Sunday. Texas along the Gulf Coast. Forbes, you'll talk about that, I'm sure, in great detail.
Already
coming
put a Torcon out for that event.
He's already put a Torcon out. 58 in Buffalo on Monday. That's incredibly warm, but this is a rain event, period. End of story. The big question is it a third of an inch or is it an inch plus?
Now, do we think by 58 at that point, Jim, do we think that a lot of the snow is melted, or do we think there's still piles of snow that's standing there?
there's so much air in it, it's really just going to compact, which is kind of amazing. But the problem is all that is going to not really go anywhere because dry snow is like a sponge. It's just going to absorb all that rain.
More and more water.
Add the weight.
All right, you're looking at Buffalo now. We're going to get to the roads with Reagan when we come back.
Fatherhood. Lesson number 1.
Here's your deep sea delight.
Pregnant wives have late-night cravings.
The ice cream, please.
Lesson number 2. Make sure you get her ice cream in a cup with a lid.
And that's why you want accident forgiveness from Allstate. It keeps your rates from going up just because of an accident. Talk to your local Allstate agent today. Call 877-288-1100 now.
This is your 3 a.m. wake-up call. Time to eat, burp, change, walk, rock a little, walk some more, and repeat. Who has time for insurance?
An Allstate agent. They can do all the work for you, like saving you up to 25% on your home insurance when you add an auto policy. Talk to an Allstate agent today and relax. Or not. Plus, switch to Allstate today and you could save up to 10% more on your auto policy.
Just a few more ways the good hands are doing more than ever before.
Call 877-288-1100 now.
Say hello to the new weather.com. A beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust. The new weather.com. The final piece in the Weather Channel redesign. The Weather Channel. It's amazing out there.
Sundays this winter. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9. Premiering December 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Maybe you didn't know, people with the flu can spread it up to 6 feet away. Or that flu can make chronic conditions worse. Maybe you didn't know any of the stuff your Rite Aid pharmacist knows. But now that you've gotten your flu shot at Rite Aid, maybe you don't need to.
My son is going to wash the family Prius. He insisted on using the rain to save water. 14 years ago, I insisted on buying our first Prius. Because, like Toyota, we both know there's a way to do things, and a way to do things even better. The Prius. Toyota. Let's go places.
Chex Party Mix. Easy 15-minute homemade recipes you just pop in a microwave, like caramel chocolate drizzles. Happier holidays. Chex Party Mix.
Black Friday deals are here early, which means it's time to start saving on appliances at Lowe's. Hurry in now for up to 40% off select major appliances, plus 5% off with your Lowe's card. Don't miss out on the year's best deals at Lowe's.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Apples are good. As Strongbow Hard Cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse, the bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Oh, no.
Who are you?
Daddy, this is Blair. He booked this room with Priceline Express deals and saved a ton.
I got everything I wanted. I always do.
He seemed nice.
So we've had a Tempur-Pedic for a while, but now that we have the adjustable base, it's even better.
I'm gonna go up.
Will that be all, sir?
Thank you. Ordering Chinese food is a very predictable experience. I order B14, I get B14. No surprises. Buying business internet, on the other hand, can be a roller coaster white-knuckle thrill ride. You're promised one speed, but do you consistently get it? You do with Comcast Business, and often even more. It's reliable, just like Kung Pao fish. Thank you, Ping.
Reliably fast internet starts at $89.95 a month. Comcast Business, built for business.
At Seaside Palm Beach, we recognize that you may have other obligations in your life. When you're here, you'll be able to bring your laptop. We encourage you to bring your phone. We don't want you disconnected from the rest of the world. Where other treatment centers will not allow you to have these things, we know that you have a life, but we're going to help you live that life better than when you came here. Your transition from chemically dependent to chemical-free will be as painless as possible. Seaside Palm Beach, please come see us.
1000. Ready for a new breed of broker? There's a name for people like you. Trade King. Switch today.
Right now, we're tracking relentless cold and snow affecting tens of millions, and another major event is on the way. We'll be here all day and night with the latest on the Weather Channel.
Thank you for being with us tonight as Jim Cantore and I tell you about this next round of lake effect snow working into the area. Some new information. So many folks are working on this right now. This from the state of New York. As of 12:30, 715 New Yorkers are without power right now. That's down from over 9,000 at its peak. So an awful lot of people working to get things to a quasi-normal state in western New York. Let's check on the roads right now. Our Reagan Medji is out on the roads, has been for more than 24 hours now. And Reagan, you're going to show us exactly what you've seen in the time.
Yeah, exactly, Sam. You know, the best perspective I can do is get out of the car at this point because I have been in the car all the day. So this is what the road looks like here on Main Street in East Aurora in upstate New York. Now, this area got slammed with just inches and inches of snow. And this is what a good plowed road looks like. Now, if we turn around, we're going to go to the backside and the back streets, and you see this is what you're going to be dealing with if you're going to be heading out on the roads, but you're not supposed to be heading out on the roads. According to the police, they tell me, hey, we don't want people on the roads. We have to make sure that the emergency vehicles can get the people who need the help. Also, they need the plows to come through. While I was here, I obviously have to stay close because I don't want a plow to knock me over. So we're talking about some roads not even plowed. It's true. So take, for example, you've got this road, Main Street, here in downtown East Aurora. And now look at that. Now that's a sidewalk. Okay, we were at many areas here in upstate New York, and this is what it looked like. The side streets look like sidewalks, nothing plowed, nothing shoveled at all. We went through Lancaster, which got pummeled over 5 feet of snow. Then we also went throughout Aurora. We saw all of this snow, and it's just going to continue coming down throughout the evening. So as it's coming down throughout the night, it's also getting a lot slicker. So I'm going to give you a look here. You can see right here, it looks like it's starting to get a little bit slick and slushy and a little icy. I know that we're having a problem driving on the roads. We're kind of kicking out and fishtailing, they say. So if you're going to be hitting the roads, only for emergency purposes only, but leave it to the emergency responders to get to you and also get those plows out on the road. So this is a look at what it looks like here in East Aurora, but there's more snow coming. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah, that's right. Reagan Medji, by the way, Jim, I got to tell you, not only works a live shot better than anyone I know, but spent her birthday driving up into the blizzard. Reagan Medji, happy 22nd birthday.
Oh, Reagan, happy birthday. Oh, my goodness. Hey, so you can, the same thing happened to me. I went and covered a blizzard on the Cape on my birthday.
Yeah, see?
So we do this here at the Weather Channel. We don't work we don't celebrate our birthdays, we work them.
All right. Reagan, fantastic
Great stuff,
job.
darling.
And she just mentioned the fact that we're getting that next round of snow. We might as well time it.
Let's do that. Sean, you go ahead and control this for me. Already it's snowing in Buffalo, so this model makes me worry a little bit when it doesn't show what's going on in the current situation.
Makes you think they're starting off wrong,
well, yeah, when you bad information in, it's bad information out as far as these models are concerned. However, the general theme of this is the same. By midnight tonight, we open up the lake. Our fetch is from the southwest. That means, as you can see, a band will develop in through here. I actually think it may start north of Buffalo and then sink down to the south. And unfortunately, that's going to mean right over where it is, and it has been. So that's what we're worried about. That's why we're talking about that weight loading. But notice, Sam, this kind of sprays a little bit. It goes all over the place.
Yeah, it wiggles a lot.
So from really Buffalo down to Dunkirk into the south, the band may spray some 30 miles or so, but as opposed to just sit there for hour on end. And that may be our saving grace with this event. We'll just have to see how it lines up. But notice through 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, but there's 8 o'clock. Remember I told you when I thought it was
8 p.m.
By 8 p.m. we're done. We're done. The flow changes now. We're more west, northwest, almost a 275 flow. That's going to bring all the energy down to the south. So maybe a little hit here for northern Ohio and the Erie area as well in Pennsylvania. So we'll be looking at this obviously with more detail. But right now, as it looks, we will spend enough time with that west-southwest flow, the 250 flow, to bring in another 2 feet right over where we've already gotten it. That's our forecast. We could top 100 inches if we spend enough time.
100 inches, Jim. That's the first time I heard that number. All right, we come back. Believe me, we've got live shots to talk, and we've got snow totals and cold air still on the East Coast. We'll still have some record lows, we think. We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 63. Thursday, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 75. Thursday night, showers later at night, low 69. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Extreme lake effect snow. It's an epic and deadly event. Mountains of snow leaving hundreds stranded across western New York State.
Cars everywhere, even police officers off in ditches.
But through the whiteout conditions, heroes are bravely emerging. It's a Weather Channel special report, America's Deep Freeze. All right, guys, 7 people losing their lives in this snow event across western New York as we prepare for round 2 coming up. And is this potentially the iconic image of the event? Look at the snow on top of the roof of this car. I mean, it's got to be about 3 feet thick. Incredible amount of snow. Try and brush all that off before you head on out. An area who's been brushing snow all day long in Cheektowaga, New York, Mike Seidel.
Good evening, Jim, from just across from the Buffalo airport where we've got some light snow. We're only a few miles away where they're digging out for more than 5 feet of snow, and coming up, we'll take you to Lancaster in just a few minutes.
And guys, while America continues to be in the deep freeze, many are now digging out from some very deep snow. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Kelly Cass.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. 7 deaths now being blamed on this historic lake effect snow event in western New York State. Governor Andrew Cuomo saying people stuck in vehicles on the Thruway and other state roads have been safely evacuated, but 98 other commercial vehicles are being addressed.
And here's why. We're talking about folks being buried out there because, yeah, maybe at the airport only about a half a foot, but just not too far from there you go maybe 4 miles to the south, Cheektowaga, picking up 65 inches. That is exactly how tall I am, by the way.
Right, Kelly.
5'5".
That's just incredible. All right, so let's talk about some of the totals that we've been seeing and we may be looking at here in a minute, but we want to show you this first of all, looking at this video of folks trying to get out. They're really struggling. They want to get out. They want to try to get to the store, whatever they need to do, but it's just rough. I mean, you cannot get out of snow that's in feet deep. I mean, stranded.
Getting traction on all that mess proved next to impossible. Now check this out. As we mentioned just a moment ago, some people finally freed after being trapped for more than 30 hours on the New York State Thruway, a section of I-90 having to be shut down between Rochester and the Pennsylvania border.
All right, and that's why the National Guard literally marched in, folks. Snow shovels are ready to help the stranded. 240 airmen and soldiers spent the day clearing snowpacked roads and removing snow from an assisted living center in West Seneca, New York.
And for the hundreds of people snowed in, it's been a day of neighbor helping neighbor in Lancaster, New York, a camaraderie of we're all in this together, young and old alike, working to clear those driveways and make paths from their doorways through more than 5 feet of snow.
And our teams are in place covering this epic event. Of course, Mike Seidel is live in Cheektowaga. Stephanie Abrams is live in Hamburg.
That's right. We've also got NBC's Lester Holt live in Buffalo. But we're going to start with Mike Seidel live in Cheektowaga, New York. And Mike, man, what do you do with all that snow, really?
Well, we were in Lancaster late this afternoon, and they were trucking it out. We tried to get down to Hamburg in Orchard Park. We couldn't because along the major highway there, they had too many trucks trying to truck and remove the snow. Now, they do that in big cities like New York. They just try to get it out off of the streets there in Midtown Manhattan. But out here, they just try to put it out and push it away. But they had so much, they had to pile it into the trucks and get it out of those towns. In Lancaster, I take a look at the pictures, 63 inches. That was the last measurement we got from there late yesterday. And you can see how deep the snow is there. I mean, incredible amounts of snow, considering it fell in just over 24 hours. I was here in 01, and we had 7 feet in 4 days, but not in 24 hours. We had about 30 inches. So this is epic snowfall. Speaking of epic, down in Hamburg, Stephanie Abrams, eye-popping totals, especially from someone who grew up in Florida. This just had to be an amazing experience for you personally.
Yeah, I've been at the Weather Channel 11 and a half years now and been in plenty of snowstorms. And even Mike Bettis, who grew up in the Northeast, who's been in plenty of storms as a kid and also as a meteorologist at the Weather Channel, this is like nothing either of us have ever seen before, ever. And that's what everyone's saying around here. We're talking about the highest 24-hour total. It was 70, I think 6 inches, 74 inches, something like that in 24 hours. But that was in Colorado, like Silver Lake, Colorado. We had in some places 60 inches in just about 24 hours at a much lower elevation. So that's something to keep in mind. What are we going to do with all this snow? I wish we could take it and ship it on into California to help them out. Unfortunately, there's really no plausible way of doing that. But, maybe the good thoughts will bring them some moisture into California. All right, let's bring in Lester Holt now. Speaking of good thoughts, I always have good thoughts when I think of Lester. And Lester, I know you're back in Cheektowaga, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm not trying to do this at all. So it's totally on me if you can't answer this question. I haven't had a chance to catch up with you. You're in Cheektowaga, but I'm guessing you drove from Buffalo into Cheektowaga. We're right in the thick of it. So I was wondering if you did do that or you've driven around, is there a very sharp, delineation where the snow stopped and started, or is it a very gradual, rise in snow on that trek?
It's a good question. We started off at LaGuardia, and I thought for sure our flight's going to get canceled. Well, we took off on time, actually landed ahead of time, and at the airport, only a few inches, no problem getting there. Left the airport, but then within 5 or 10 minutes, you start seeing this huge change in the landscape, and suddenly all this snow. Where I am now, it's probably 15 minutes from the airport, and we're looking at, 4 or 5, up to 6 feet of snow in this area. What I also saw were people really concerned about their neighbors here. One neighbor talking about, look, we've got an elderly couple next door. We want to check on them. Because here's the deal. I'm standing on top of the snow, but even now I'm 4 feet. It's up to my knees here. If you try to walk to get to that house, this is what you would encounter. Now, I can do that. I'm a fit person, but if you're not, you're stuck. You're stuck in your home for a while until this passes. And as you guys have been mentioning, there's more on the way. So a lot of people simply are cut off. There's driving bans in effect in a lot of these communities, and they're waiting for this to pass and hoping they can get the supplies and what they need to weather it out. Back to you.
All right, Lester, we appreciate that. Guys, and of course, where you saw Lester walking in, it may be up to his chest tomorrow if we get another 2 feet of snow, and that is obviously a huge concern to us tonight, especially when you talk about snow load on top of roofs, especially businesses that typically have those flat roofs, those large commercial buildings, and even, of course, people's porches that are typically flat. You come off the main roof onto the overhang, which is the porch. Let's talk about this again. Just tremendous snow. Where's Lester, and that's 65 inches in Cheektowaga. It's compacted a little bit. Remember, our crystals change structure once they kind of lay on top of each other, so they do what we call compacting. But Stephanie was talking about the tremendous snow gradient from the city of Buffalo just down to Cheektowaga, where, you know, as you can see in through here, just over 6 miles, we had almost a 55-inch, 58-inch snow gradient. So tremendous gradient indeed. Here's the whole event, and what made this so epic, what will make this a historic event, was the fact that the band stayed over the same area for 24 hours and more. All right, and that's what really did this. This is what gave us the kind of snowfall that you look up over all the records in the United States. 24-hour snowfall, 76 inches. Well, we came close to that, and we may have broken it. We'll find out when the Weather Service does a report.
We used to have so many empty rolls. Mom! That's why we switched to Charmin Ultra Mega Roll.
Charmin Ultra Mega Roll is 75% more absorbent, so you can use less with every go. Plus, it even lasts longer than the leading 1000 sheet brand.
Charmin Ultra Mega Roll.
From residential to commercial, from large loss to emergency response. Whenever damage strikes, call on the cleanup team that's faster to any size disaster at 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
Let's get a head start on the holidays. Let's open something before Christmas. Not that. Those. And of course, a whole lot of these. Let's make merry, along with a few other things. Deck out that. Save all these. And spread more of this. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Get a free tree storage bag when you buy any 7 to 10 foot artificial Christmas tree.
This week on the Weather Channel Mornings, with winter weather in full effect, relentless cold has settled in across most of the nation. When will it let up, and how will it affect your travel? And we reveal the top 5 airports with the most weather delays. Is yours on the list? Find out. Wake Up with Al and AMHQ this week on the Weather Channel Mornings.
Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 63. Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 75. Thursday night, cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now, we're tracking relentless cold and snow affecting tens of millions, and another major event is on the way. We'll be here all day and night with the latest on the Weather Channel.
Apples are good. As Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse, the bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
It's Ram commercial truck season. And if you want to build something ahead of its time, you'll need trucks that are ahead of the rest. Trucks with the best fuel economy, 28 mpg highway, the best towing, 30,000 pounds, best torque, 865 pound-feet, and the best payload, over 4,400 pounds. The complete lineup of Ram commercial vehicles is ready to help you start building tomorrow. Get a great deal during Ram commercial truck season.
I mean, for the year.
Hi, sorry, just want to say, I bundled home and auto with State Farm, saved $760. Love this guy. So sorry.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky!
Savings worth talking about. State Farm.
It's always nice to see people coming out and helping each other when you've got an emergency such as we have here in Western New York. Neighbors helping other neighbors in Hamburg.
Yeah, just wonderful to see, and we're hearing this is happening a lot, and trying to help clear their driveways, and they got their snow blowers out, and just really teamwork, Kelly, you know?
Like the snowblower brigade right there, right? And take a look at this picture, just remarkable, from Cheektowaga, New York, showing the power, the force of all that heavy snow right outside this door, basically blowing the door into the home along with all that heavy snow.
And they were ready. They were ready for it. All right, check this out. Also looking at here in Cheektowaga, New York, where firefighters are, looks like maybe they were helping them and giving them something to drink maybe earlier. Yeah, so again, looking at some of the sites around Cheektowaga here today with all of this snow. There we go.
Well, you know, for a while yesterday, more than 100 miles of the New York State Thruway closed, and parts of it remain closed right now.
And one stop along the Thruway, Dunkirk, New York. Here's Dylan Dreyer.
The snow is falling once again here in Hamburg, New York, where we have just so much snow on the ground. Just driving around town, some roads, just some main roads were completely shut down. Just no plow had come anywhere close to the roads, so people are trapped in their homes at this point. We saw a lot of people walking around, some people resorting to snowmobiles just to get through the snow. The snow that's falling right now is not lake effect. It's just this little disturbance that's moving through the Great Lakes, but it's going to assist in shifting winds over to that west-southwest component, the same wind direction we had yesterday. So we are looking at the same setup again here today, and there's a good chance that this area could be one of the hardest hit areas again. Now, we are going to see it start at about 11 o'clock tonight, and it's going to stay heavy throughout most of the day, if not all day on Thursday. And of course, as you know, it all depends on where that heaviest line of snow is going to set up, where that streamer will set up. It does look like it is going to stay south of Buffalo, which puts it right here in Hamburg once again. So residents are preparing. They've been picking up supplies as much as they can get and carry, as they have to carry it back home by walking because their cars are still just impossible to get out of their driveways. But yeah, they are bracing themselves for the next round of snow that could be an additional 2 to 3 feet. So we'll see what happens once this next round of lake effect gets started overnight. In Hamburg, New York, Dylan Dreyer, back to you.
All right, Dylan, thank you so much. And she said it, hard to believe, but we actually do have more snow on the way to the hard-hit area.
All right, Storm Tracker Jim Cantore is in the lab. It looks like another line's going to be setting up. Jim, when do you expect this in the area?
I think past midnight tonight, probably around 4 a.m. is when it really sets up through about 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That's the main event in the way we see it right now in the models. But what's interesting, ladies, about this is, do we get one band sitting like we had last time, or do we get something that fishtails or sprays a little bit, brings us in and out of the band? Either way, the potential is there for another 2 feet of snow in the hardest hit areas, and that's the problem. All right, so interestingly enough, there's one little disturbance there. Here's another one in through here. Here's the main event here, and what this main event is the one that comes down and really sets up the lake. So let's show you what that looks like, first of all, right now on the radar. So this first system's come through with, again, light snow. This is not lake effect here at all. There's some lake effect that started across Lake Michigan, and you can see the banding features there, and you can see them here in the UP as well. And we're going to see more of that become enhanced when the main upper system that's west of all the lakes comes on in. All right. So again, notice with these 48 to 50 degree central Lake Erie water temperatures, we actually have rain out here. All right, so the air is not cold enough aloft, at least right now, to support all snow, but it is all snow once it hits the land. As we know, temperatures are very, very much cold enough there. So look at how nice the model actually picks up on that. Actually picks up on that very, very well. So here comes the band. Let's talk about this. The time's going to be up and through here. Here's midnight. We start to get some semblance of a band down to the south, and this band, again, is going to spray a little bit, but here we go. Here is 6 a.m., 7 a.m., cranking by about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, with more to come right through about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be right back.
With breath-freshening, cooling crystals. Icebreakers.
Phil, what happened to you? Oh, it's Black Friday. It's crazy. Saved hundreds. How'd you make out?
Well, I slept in and saved thousands.
There's a more civilized way to do Black Friday. Why save hundreds when you can get a check for thousands during the Buick Black Friday sales event? Now make your best deal on a Buick sedan in stock the longest and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP. That's nearly $8,000 on this LaCrosse. Hurry, this offer ends December 1st.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty. She was a long goodbye. She was the best I lived by. She was an American beauty. With her wafers on in the summer sun, her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long. Wish I had held her long.
So many gifts to buy at so many stores. Too bad some cashback cards only let you earn bonus cashback at a few places. Then those categories change every few months. Sometimes it's drugstores, then it's hardware stores. Nothing says happy holidays like a shovel. Fortunately, there's the Quicksilver card from Capital One. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase every day. 'Tis the season to ask, what's in your wallet?
This week on the Weather Channel Mornings, with winter weather in full effect, relentless cold has settled in across most of the nation. When will it let up, and how will it affect your travel? And we reveal the top 5 airports with the most weather delays. Is yours on the list? Find out. Wake Up with Al and AMHQ this week on the Weather Channel Mornings.
Eligible for Medicare, that's a good thing, but it doesn't cover everything. Only about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. So consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare supplements.
Hey, I'm Stretch Armstrong. Remember how pumped you were when you got me for the holidays? Well, feel that excited again with the new Honda Accord during Happy Honda Days. It comes with a rear-view camera and Pandora compatibility. Nice. And just look at all this space. Yeah, I still got it. Get something you'll love at the Happy Honda Days sales event, where all 2015 models come standard with a rear-view camera.
My baby drove up in a brand new Cadillac. My baby drove up in a brand new Cadillac. Look at Daddy, I'm never coming back.
Current GM lessees can lease this 2014 Cadillac CTS for around $409 a month. Visit AutoNation Cadillac in West Palm Beach or Ed Morse Cadillac in Delray for this attractive offer.
See those mounds of snow? Those are actually cars covered in snow in South Buffalo.
I'll tell you what, it's just another indication of how much snow round 1 of Lake Effect Snow dumped. And guess what? There's more ahead. Today, city crews cleared the main thoroughfares, and by late afternoon, they started on the residential streets.
And it's not just cars covered in snow. Take a look at the walkway the Schramm family had to shovel from their door through the feet of snow that fell in Cheektowaga, New York.
The family of 3, David, Jennifer, and their 14-month-old son, stocked up on supplies before the snow hit. Good for them. But say they're among those stuck inside their home until crews can clear the snow away.
Wow, just amazing. And slowly but surely, people are starting to get out and about in those hardest hit areas.
And joining us right now on the phone is Wendy Evenden, and she lives in Cheektowaga, New York. Wendy, thanks so much for joining us. You know, we heard that you actually got out to the gas station and supermarket today.
Yes, we did. In Hamburg, we were actually able to get out to the market, and there was some really exciting things that we saw along the way. We just went to get some supplies and gas.
What were some of the things that you saw?
One thing I'll always remember is there was a man, when we stopped the car for a quick minute, that was coming by with a snowmobile, and he was pulling a child sled behind it, and he had about 5 or 6 containers of gas in it, and even a gallon of milk that he had went to get supplies and was bringing the stuff back to his neighborhood.
We're actually looking at a picture of that right now. As a matter of fact, Wendy, it's great to hear stories about neighbors helping neighbors. Tell us about what it was like, your journey as you walked through the streets there.
Well, it was really interesting because there was such a mix. There was plow trucks, there was cars driving some, there was snowmobiles, ATVs, and people walking. So it was quite of an interesting mix of folks. And there was a lot of people congregating, you could see together, helping big groups of people dig out neighbors.
And Wendy, you yourself helped somebody. I understand you offered sanctuary to our very own Mike Bettis and crew during the worst of the storm.
Yes, we did. We offered that if they needed to get to us, it might have been the challenge to get them to us because we were only about a mile away from the roundabout where they were broadcasting from.
Well, that was awfully nice of you to help out. How about the store itself? Do you think they had enough to go around for everybody? Because, I mean, I understand trucks it's going to be a while before we get more supplies into your area.
Yeah, we have a rather large grocery store, and it was rather interesting. There was no bread, but there was a lot of other bread products. There was limited milk, and I was surprised to see that, and there was some meat there. So I felt like our local grocery store is still stocked and be able to get through what we need for the next few days.
All right, glad to hear it, especially with more snow on the way. Wendy Evenden, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and stay safe out there. Because the next big story, Kim, is, the warm-up, but also the chance of severe weather.
That's right, Kelly, and we're going to be looking at this weekend. So we want everybody, to kind of shift gears a little bit in your head. Instead of thinking about snow, start thinking about the potential for severe weather. And November's no stranger to severe weather and tornadoes. But it's hard to imagine when we have temperatures like this. 41 in Atlanta, 50 in Memphis. We're going to see significant temperature rise. As a matter of fact, we're actually 13 degrees warmer today than we were yesterday in Atlanta. So we're already starting to feel the thaw across the south. We'll really feel it this weekend. Look at the jet stream where it is through this weekend, all the way up to the Canadian border. So that's going to mean high pressure over us. It's going to mean some really nice weather. It's going to mean some warm weather for some. Others, it's going to mean severe weather breaking out. So we've got southerly winds here. It's going to bring up the moisture and those really warm temperatures. Even in the areas hit hard with all that snow, we're going to see some thawing going on and a lot of snow melt. So temperatures 58 Atlanta tomorrow, still below the average. Jacksonville still below the average. Saturday, now we're talking 57 degrees in Atlanta, 64 in, looks like Memphis. We're in the mid 60s by Sunday in the Atlanta metro area. That's 6 degrees above the average, close to 70 degrees. What a recovery we are going to see. Unfortunately, though, with that warm up, we're going to see that potential of severe weather this weekend. So heads up Friday night into Sunday as we watch this disturbance coming out of the Rockies. It's going to travel into Texas. And as it does, our jet stream right across Texas. We've got the moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. We've got temperatures warming up. This area, as that cold front begins to come in, we'll see the potential for severe weather as that low-level jet continues to set up as well. So severe weather threatens beginning Friday night into Saturday as well. Of course, we'll be here right for you.
When Mr. Clean started writing a book about his magic eraser, he found it cleans everything from stovetops to scuffed shoes and more. And when he ran out of pages, he made a website instead. Share your tips at mycleanbook.com.
Introducing York Minis. A bite-sized way to enjoy the full-size sensation of peppermint and rich, dark chocolate. York Minis. Get the sensation.
It's just not the holidays until the lights come on. So stop by your neighborhood Ace for select lights on sale for $5.99 and $17.99. Make Ace your holiday connection.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Melissa. How cool is it that you can save up to $35 when you open a Walmart credit card account this holiday season?
Super cool.
Hey, with all those great savings, you're going to need a bigger stocking.
I'm way ahead of you. What?
What?
You'll get $25 back when you spend $75 on your new account. Then you can get another $10 when you spend $75 more.
Santa loves me.
How does he feel about me?
He thinks you're okay.
Walmart. More ways to Christmas joy.
In the nation, misfortune doesn't take a holiday. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide and we'll replace stolen or destroyed items with brand new versions. Making sure every season is the season of giving. Just another way we put members first. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
There was no question she was the one. She reminds you every day. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
It's just freaking me out.
If you missed this Sunday night on the Weather Channel,
This is crazy.
You'll never know how twisted weather can be.
Is it real? Yeah, it's real.
Wicked Weather Sundays with strangest weather on Earth and American Supernatural. Every Sunday night at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Slight chance of